Namaste to all. Hello everyone. Here I am with a new video series relating to interview questions frequently asked in accounting and finance professional jobs. So in this video series we are going to discuss the interview questions relating to accounting and financial related jobs. Okay. So few things. So aspirants comma tutorial always support the students. So I am here to support you all till you get your build your career. Okay. So let me go here for some time. छोटा बन जाता हूँ. Okay. So few things you need to focus here on. So see, while attending interview you need to do the three things: plan properly, prepare perfectly, perform patiently. These are the three things relating to mission P. Okay, for positive result in your interview. So P for plan properly. Before going to the interview, first you need to plan properly few things like which type of organization you are going for interview, whether it is Deloitte or PwC or Wipro, which type of organization you are going for and what type of job profile it is. So both things you need to analyze before going to attend the interview. So plan your interview properly by knowing the where you are going and what type of job role or job profile it is for, and accordingly gather some information related company which will be useful for you in the interview, and job portfolio or profile for which we are going to appear. Okay, plan these things properly and prepare. Second thing is prepare perfectly. Whatever you have planned you need to prepare perfectly. So perfection will come through practice. So practice properly before going to the interview. Okay, like jam round will be there, self introduction will be there. So before the mirror perfectly you people need to prepare before going to the interview, or else ask your cousins or sisters or brother to become a interviewer and sit in front of them and give yourself a intro to them. Okay, because these will help you in interview also. Okay, and your resume will be the most important thing. Maximum things will be asked from that itself, and job profile you are selected for the interview. So these are the things you need to prepare perfectly, and people will lose their patience, and in anxiety they may tell nervousness, they will not perform properly in the interview. So be patient. Patience will be tested in the interviews most of the time. They'll make you wait till the evening and conduct the interview. Okay, so patience is also very important thing. So perform your interview patiently. Take your time, but not much time. Okay, take a few seconds before giving the answer and give your performance patiently. uh, these are the three things you need to do for the interview to be successful. Okay, so lastly, after all rounds you will go for technical rounds like accounting and finance related. So what are the frequently asked questions only we are going to discuss in these videos. So this is first part of this uh, videos. In this part we are going to discuss few questions which are frequently asked. Okay, so let us start one by one. Okay, so next, first we are going to discuss accounting interview questions first. So this is the one of the important question, and it should be for all. Whether you are a commerce student, you need to remember this forever. Okay, what are the three golden rules of accounting? First thing, first, this is the most basic yet the easiest one to be taken for granted. Know this well. So bookkeeping, three golden rules of accounting are there. That is personal account, real account, nominal account. Okay, so personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. And real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. These are the basic interview question which will be asked. So one more thing, few of you may having a doubt who should watch this video. This video can be watched by all the commerce students, all the commerce aspirants, from the inter to the higher level, PG level and professionals, because these are the common things which are asked frequently in the interview. That is why I am making a video relating to this. So three golden rules of accounting. So personal account, real account, nominal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Okay, sometimes here he will ask one more related questions relating to this. That will be, what are the what are the three main types of accounts? Okay, rules he is asking, three main types of accounts he is asking. So generally accounts are categorized traditionally in three classifications. That is real account, personal account and nominal account. Real, all assets in the business, either tangible or intangible, classified as real accounts, which are real in nature. Okay, next, personal accounts related to person, entity or any legal body etc. are called as personal account, like your debtors, creditors, okay, banks. All these are artificial person or real person. Okay, natural person or artificial persons. Okay, these are personal accounts. Next, to nominal account, all accounts relating to expenses, losses, incomes and gains fall under this category of nominal. So three categories, mainly three types of accounts have been done. Okay, so sometimes uh, in the interview, what are the three main types of accounts? You say they are real, personal, nominal. Okay, if don't want to sound this out artificially, आप ऐसे अ, बता रहे रियल, पर्सनल, नॉमिनल अकाउंट बोल के, इतने से इम्प्रेशन नहीं मिलता. सो रियल अकाउंट के बारे में, ऑल असेट्स either of business, either tangible or intangible, are real. Personal account example you can give. Okay, artificial and natural persons comes under this category. Nominal account, all accounts related to, because we need to impress the interviewer. So okay, so don't be artificial, stand out from the crowd, then make sure are explaining your answer in brief. Okay, one line about each in detail. So this is what we need to do. This is our second one. Next, what is depreciation, sorry, why depreciation is not charged on land? ये देखो, this is one of the thing which you need to remember. Okay. Oh, classical one that fascinates the operations of manager. Often there is no scope of leaving this one out of the list of financial and accounting interview questions. Okay, generally this type of questions will be asked so that you may get nervous, because you find land along with the building, there will be depreciation, but alone land is not depreciated. Why? The reason why we will never see depreciation being charged on land is that land has infinite useful life. What is depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but reduction in the value of fixed asset do, through usage or any other thing. But what is the, how you will depreciate means on straight line basis or some other basis over the useful life of asset. When useful life of asset is not measurable, how can it be depreciated? So that is why land has infinite useful life. Without knowing how many years fixed asset will last, depreciation cannot be charged. Okay, one more thing I will tell. Land value generally will get appreciated. Okay, every year. Okay, land value will get appreciated instead of getting depreciated, unless there is any other particular uh, reason for the decrease in the value of asset. So generally land value will increase, that is why there will be appreciation, not depreciation. This you can add one more point to your answer. Okay, this is what, why depreciation is not charged on the land. Next, what is amortization? Okay, what is amortization? Generally, depreciation is for tangible assets and amortization is for intangible assets. So, amortization is only done for intangible asset, unlike depreciation which is for tangible assets. Reduction in the value of, okay, proprietary cost of intangible assets over the multiple accounting periods is called amortization. For example, a small sized technology company, Unreal Corporation, spends 5 lakhs on research and development, which is expected to sustain for 5 years. So it may be decided to amortize this and show 1 lakh each year for 5 years in the financial statements as amortized value. Write off करते हैं goodwill, intangible assets. So when you are writing off intangible assets, it will be called as amortization. This might be known by you people. So it is similar to depreciation, but it is for intangible assets. This is what about. Next very important question which is asked in the interview is, why is closing stock is not shown in the trial balance? Always you will find closing stock in adjustment, not in the trial balance. Why? Why closing stock is not shown in the trial balance? Okay, see, what is closing stock? Closing stock is nothing but, wait a minute, I'll tell you it. So closing stock is nothing but leftover stock. Suppose there is some opening stock you are having, out of that you will add current year purchases. ओपनिंग स्टॉक को परचेजेस ऐड करें, लेस सेल्स मेड ड्यूरिंग द ईयर, you will get closing, you will get closing stock. Okay, so this opening stock, this purchases, this sales already appearing in the trial balance. So already all these things, when your purchases and opening stock is more than your sales, then leftover stock will be your closing stock. Already these purchases and opening stock will appear in the trial balance debit side. Okay, so trial balance debit side you are already having these things. So if you again take the closing stock also in the trial balance, it will give double effect in the trial balance, and because of that trial balance will not get tallied. Hope you are understanding what I am saying. So this is the thing you need to understand. So double effect, to eliminate the double effect or not to make any errors in the trial balance, already purchases will have the closing stock is part of purchases itself. Suppose you are having 100 units opening stock and purchased 900 units, so total you are having 1000 units. Out of this you have sold 800 units, so leftover closing stock will be of 200 units. So this 200 from where you are getting? From this purchase value only. So this purchase is already accounted in the trial balance. So why again we will show closing stock in the books? So that is why closing stock will not appear. So in interview you need to just answer this. Closing stock is part of purchases and trial balance already includes the purchases. Hence if the closing stock is shown as separate item, then it will double count the and result an error. So please remember this point, and that is why closing stock will not appear in the balance sheet. That is the reason. Hope till here you have understood. So in this first video we will end here. In the second video we will discuss few more things. So these 5 things first you remember, that is enough. So closing stock, why it will not shown? Already purchases are shown in the trial balance and closing stock is part of our purchases itself. So that is why closing stock is not shown in the accounts here. Not all, wait a minute, I'll do one thing, I'll take the pointer. Not all goods purchased in the beginning and during the accounting period will be sold. The end of that period, this result as a reminder balance known as closing stock. जो भी आप परचेस कर रहे हो पूरे सेल नहीं करते, सो जो नहीं सेल करे वो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक में रह जाएगा. ऑलरेडी यू आर शोइंग परचेसेस इन द ट्रायल बैलेंस which are accounted, again closing stock will not be accounted in the books. Okay, that's it. Here I am ending the video. I don't want to drag it. तो सीखते रहो, क्योंकि सीखना बंद तो जीतना बंद. जय हिंद. Have a nice day. Share it with your friends because sharing is caring. Jai Hind.